Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners, and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free, so please excuse the sickness. I am full of an absolutely stinking cold / virus. You know how they say sharing's caring? Well, kids, I wish you hadn't shared this. Anyway, guys, you will be seeing this on Wednesday, but I am in fact filming on Sunday the 4th of February, so this is a few days ago. And the reason why I have come on today is I'm going to do a crochet and chat. So if you just give me a second to get myself set up with what I'm doing, and then we'll get into the chat section. So we haven't done a crochet and chat for a little while, so I thought, why not? It's about time, and I do have a few things to fill you in on. So, like I said, I am filming this on Sunday the 4th of February. Let me just fill you in on my weekend. So, yesterday, on the Saturday, I went into the city with one of my best friends to go clothes shopping. Now, I absolutely hate clothes shopping at the best of times. And I had to go, guys. I had to, because of the other big piece of news that I will get to shortly. I was starting to come down with this cold pretty severely. My bestie is coming down with it. Our children, so both my children and her children, have been brewing this lurgy for a little while. In my house in particular, not one of us has escaped its clutches, and her kiddies started coming down with it at the end of last week. But I had to go clothes shopping, so we dragged ourselves to the city and we tried to make the best of it, but it was not really that enjoyable. Not because of the company. I absolutely love my best friend, and actually we don't ever really get a chance to hang out very much. So I normally go round her house every morning for a quick cup of tea and a quick catch up before both me and her go to work. So I do see her fairly regularly, but it's not like quality time. It's not like going shopping. It's not like going out for lunch. It's not like going to the movies or anything like that. So we took the opportunity, even though we were both feeling like absolute poop. Let me just count how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I'm just making one of the charity hexagons while I'm talking to you today, guys. I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to get another one done. Yes, so we dragged ourselves into the city, and I did manage to achieve my mission of getting what I needed. And then, of course, I cancelled my live because, guys, all my energy was sapped. I had nothing left to give, and I didn't want to do a live where I was, like, really flat, really tired. I know I have before, and I've always come away from those lives thinking, yeah, it was probably best if you just didn't do it at all. So I did make the decision to cancel because obviously Mike is feeling really poorly at the moment as well. In fact, he left work early on Friday because he was feeling, you know, quite poop. So we took the decision to cancel the live, and now you can see and hear the reasons why. Now, I have tested for the C. We have all been testing throughout the week, and we keep coming up negative, but we all know that the new variant isn't necessarily showing up on the home testing kits at the moment. But the rules in this country are just basically carry on about your daily life. There's no real restrictions unless you're in the vulnerable category. So I didn't break any rules by going shopping yesterday because I haven't had a positive result, and there is a really nasty virus going around, so I'm thinking it's more of the virus or the cold. So mission complete. I got all the new wardrobe of clothes that I needed. Today I have had a really chill day. So remember, I'm filming this on Sunday, guys. So on Sunday I had a really chill day. I just, sat in bed crocheting until about 1 in the afternoon, just trying to rest and not, exert too much energy. Working on a new whip, which I'll be able to show you later this week. And I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. And I'm actually surprising myself because the yarn I'm using is a fuzzy yarn, and normally Manfa does not like fuzzy yarns, guys. But I'm using it and I'm liking it okay. So maybe I need to stop being so quick to not use something, because I think I'm not going to like it, because actually by using it I've discovered that it's not as bad as what I thought it would be. So there's a little tip for you. Don't be intimidated, give it a go. And then obviously once you've tried it, if you still don't like it, fair enough, but at least try it. Just make sure that you either can or can't use it. So I had a chilled morning just crocheting in bed. I helped Mike with the prep because we're going to be having roast beef dinner tonight. Again, remember this is Sunday, but you're seeing it on Wednesday. So I helped with the prep of that, peeling and chopping all the veggies and stuff. And now I'm sat here crocheting with you because I need to finally fill you in on what this big secret change in my life is that I've been hinting at for weeks and not being able to fill you in about. So it's not going to be earth-shattering news for you guys. Hopefully it is not going to impact the channel, but of course real life always has to take a priority. So I'm not promising that. I'm just hoping that it's not going to impact the channel, but it does mean that my crochet time is now going to be even more limited than it was before. So it may mean that when I do segments such as Crochet Catch Up, there aren't as many things to show and discuss because I'm not getting quite as much done. But that's okay. Anything that I do get done, I will of course come on camera and keep you up to date and share. But just, it's going to be a bear with me while we go through this transition phase. So the big news is that I have managed to secure myself a new job. And I am absolutely over the moon about it, guys. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I have been and how desperate I have been to let you all know what's going on behind the scenes. Now, for those of you that are new here, you may not even know what I did for a job outside of the home before. So I'll briefly go over that and then I'll let you know what the new job is. So for nearly 2 years now, it would have been 2 years in May, but obviously I'm not working there until May. I have now finished that job. I was a housekeeper for a local country hotel. And I got the job there right at the beginning of starting this channel. So actually the whole time this channel has been here was when I first started working there and onwards. So sorry, I need to keep drinking, guys, because I need to flush this virus out. My goodness gracious. So excuse me. So yeah, I was a housekeeper, which basically means a cleaner. So it would be my responsibility with the rest of my team to make sure that all the bedrooms and bathrooms and the public areas of the hotel were cleaned to a super high standard, because we were a 4-star hotel, which here in the UK I think the highest you can be is 5-star. So we were considered a 4-star, so the standards were high, guys. And this isn't like the cleaning you do at home. This is intensive commercial cleaning, and it was a very physically demanding job and one that I struggled with for various reasons. I didn't quite appreciate the physical demands that job would have on me. I actually developed plantar fasciitis in my feet, so my feet were always in agony. Obviously, because guests were coming from all over the world, essentially, we didn't know, obviously, the background of these guests, whether they were feeling well, if they were poorly. So every little bug or germ that the children would bring home from school, or if there was anything in the rooms that we were cleaning, I would pick up really, really quick. And I have had plenty of bouts of sickness in the last 2 years. You know, backache, hip ache, you name it. It was just very physically tough on me. And actually, when I first started the job, it was as we were coming out of the pandemic. And the pandemic, unfortunately, had a negative impact on my mental health. I basically turned into a super paranoid germaphobe. I've never been diagnosed with OCD, but I would say that if I did go and get that looked into, then I probably would have been diagnosed with it. So the fact that this paranoid, germophobic, OCD mess, and I'm talking about myself, I am not talking about anyone else watching that may experience the same thing. I personally was a mess. But I really, really needed to get a job. I really needed a job that fit in with childcare, so that I could still do school runs and we didn't have to pay for childcare because we weren't in a position to do so. And this was the only job that I could find in the local area that was between the school runs, and ticked the boxes that I needed it to tick. And let me tell you, that job, it would either make me or break me. Now, at points, it did nearly break me. I'm not going to lie. I pride myself on being honest with you guys here on this channel. I struggled with it massively. And I'm not going to get too much into that, but it had a massive, significant impact on me. But overall, over my time doing that job, it did kind of make me face my fears when it came to germs and dirt and, you know, all of that kind of thing. And essentially, I have come away, I wouldn't say cured, but a lot mentally healthier than I was when I began. There is still a little bit of germaphobe in me. There is still a little bit of undiagnosed OCD in me. That will never change. But I am nowhere near the catastrophic scale that I was. When I first started there, I refused to eat on my break because even after scrubbing my hands clean, I didn't feel comfortable with consuming stuff, knowing that my hands had been down toilets. They had sometimes had to deal with vomit and other bodily fluids. Like, I was just off the charts neurotic. But at the point of leaving, I was eating a full-on lunch on my break. I didn't have the fear of the toilets anymore. I could basically do whatever was requested of me with hardly a flinch or a problem. So it did do me a lot of good in the end. Well, I knew that I didn't want to be doing that job forever. I also knew that the children are getting older and more independent. And I just felt like the time was right for me to move on. So I started looking around at jobs that were available within my local area. It took, you know, several months of looking to come across anything, you know, that would be worthwhile leaving the job that I had. Now, one of the big differences that this job is going to be is that I'm not cleaning anymore. And can I just say, any of you out there that do cleaning jobs, you are unsung heroes. I had to put up with a lot of people looking down their nose at me, thinking I was beneath them because I was just the cleaner. that I was on minimum wage and I wouldn't amount to anything, and that made me less important because I had less of a social standing, all of that rubbish. And I bet some of you have come across those kinds of attitudes before as well. And if you are a cleaner, all respect to you. Yes, there always has to be somebody willing to do those jobs that a lot of us aren't willing to do. And the fact that you go there with a smile on your face and you get the job done, and sometimes you are treated really bad, and yet you go back day after day in order to pay your bills, feed your kids, whatever your situation is, you are an unsung hero, in my opinion. Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot physically, it takes a lot mentally, and all power to you and all the love, because I did just under 2 years, and I hope that I don't have to go back and do something like it again, because I hated every minute of it. But anyway, so yes, it's not a cleaning job. Anyway, a job advert came up and I was like, I don't know, it's going to be a massive change, like a complete 360 of all of our lives here at the Manfa household. It wasn't just leave one job, jump into another, but nothing much changes. Like, everything was going to change. So I didn't know. I spoke to like my mum and Mike and and ahed and wasn't sure, and you know, all the rest of it. And then I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to go for it, because for most of the last couple of decades of my life, bearing in mind I'm only 36, I'll be 37 in March, my life has been dedicated to running the home and bringing up the children. I was very fortunate in the fact that I stayed at home most of the time when my children were small, before they started school. So I was able to be a stay-at-home mum. It was a struggle because, you know, the household was only surviving on one income, and that obviously wasn't myself and Mike. It was myself and the boy's dad. And it was a massive struggle, and times were really tough, but it was worth it, because for me, having those first really important early years with my boys was priceless. Like, I was happy to sacrifice anything to be at home with them in their early years before they started school, and I was lucky enough to do that. But it did mean that then obviously I wasn't using any of my qualifications. I wasn't in jobs that were decently paid or had decent benefits or anything like that. It was just like pocket money jobs. It was tough, but we got through. And like I said, now that the children are getting older and they're getting slightly more independent, I thought, this may just be the time for a big change. We may just be able to make this happen. And I needed to have a new challenge, use my brain a bit more, feel like I was contributing to the household a bit more, just have a bit more. Not that your self-worth is based on the job that you do, but it has a little part to play in it. I just wanted to feel better about myself. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to get my teeth stuck into something new, something different, and feel like I was playing a bigger part in our achievements in life, and the money that was coming in, and you know, all the things that come with that. Sorry, I was just checking I wasn't making this too big, because I'm just crocheting and waffling away. So I thought, you know what, no, I have been in my cocoon for quite a while now, and as a mum, you sacrifice everything. Your time, your wants, your needs, you know, your dreams, your ambitions, because you put your children first every minute of every day. And of course I still will, but they just don't need me as much as they did when they were little. So I thought, I need to burst out of my cocoon and I need to fly high, because, you know, butterflies deserve to fly, right? So, long story short, I applied for this job, and it took a couple of weeks to hear whether I was even successful for interview. But then I did get the call to say that they would like to invite me for an interview, which I was absolutely ecstatic about, because I thought, no way was I even going to get an interview, because it's for a role that I have never done, not got any experience in, etc., etc. Was given the interview day, went for the interview. On the interview day, guys, I really thought I had messed it up, because I was given some challenges to do to prove, obviously, that I was capable of doing the job. And I managed to get 2 of the tasks done, but the last task I didn't even complete in the time. And I thought, well, that's it. If I can't even do the tasks that they've set me, there is no way that they're going to offer me this job. So I did the tasks, and then I went down for the verbal interview, the face-to-face interview. And I kind of explained that it's been quite a while since I've been in a job where I've been challenged to that degree, that I am capable, but I'm obviously a bit rusty, my brain's a bit dusty, all that kind of stuff. And in the interview, when we were talking, I did feel like we had a good rapport, but I thought it all kind of was on these tasks that I had to do. And I walked away thinking, yeah, I haven't got a chance, but I'm glad that I've started to get back out there, that I've done an interview. Now if I have to apply for other jobs and go for more interviews, I'm not quite as rusty, and I know where I can improve and what better things I can say. So it was worth the experience, and it was worth a try. Well, the very next day, by lunchtime, they had rung me to offer me the job, and I could not believe it, guys. I asked the lady on the phone, I said, are you sure you've rung the right person? Are you sure it's me that got the job? Because I just couldn't believe it. I didn't dare to believe it. And she confirmed my name like twice, and I was like, yeah, that is me. And she said, well then, yeah, I'm talking to the right person, we would like to offer you the job. And this was just before Christmas. This was like the 18th and 19th of December, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my Christmas miracle has happened. Prayers have been answered. Now, you know, I'm not religious, that is just a turn of phrase, and I don't mean any offence by it, but it is a blessing. And I was just like, no way. So the first thing I did when I got off the phone to the lady is I rang my mum. My mum was over the moon for me, as was my dad. And then, of course, Mike was at work, so I texted him, and I knew that he wouldn't see it straight away because he was working himself. And then he was over the moon, and then I started telling a few friends. And yeah, I was just like, I cannot believe it. Well, to cut another really long story short, it has taken quite a while for me to get all the paperwork in order, to do some of the e-learning and training I had to do online for the people that I'm going to be working for, to do all of their background checks and, you know, security bits and pieces and all the legal stuff. And my last day at the hotel was at the end of January. And I'm filming this on Saturday the 4th of February because my first day in my new job is tomorrow, Monday the 5th. And I am nervous, terrified, excited, overwhelmed, don't really know how I'm feeling, all at the same time. And I thought it's the perfect time to let you know this week. Now, this video was going to go up tomorrow, so that the first day that I was starting would be the day that you guys found out. But then there was another video that I wanted to get out quicker, so that's why this video is going to be on a Wednesday. Now, I've told you all of that, and I still haven't told you what the new job is. Now, please, 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 I am going to give you the generics of it, but I cannot tell you specifics about it for very good reasons. So please do not keep pestering me asking for more specific information. What I am about to tell you is about all I can tell you. I am going to be working for a college, an education college for people. So the college is for ages 18 and beyond, I believe. Could be 16 and beyond, I'm not sure, because I'm not actually working in the college itself. I am working for the college, but I'm not working at the college. Now, this college is roughly 2.5 hours away from where I live. That's not where I'm going to be based. That is where I'm going to have to go for training and meetings and stuff. But I am going to be based somewhere more local. And that is because the college provides the education in other establishments as well, not just their base college. Where I am going to be working for them is actually an adult correctional facility, in other words, a prison. And that is all I can say. I am not going to be a teacher. I am not going to be teaching staff. I am going to be nothing to do with any of that. My role is to do all of the admin for the teachers and the educational staff. So I'm going to be doing like the supplies order that they need. I am going to be collecting all the paperwork and forms and bits and pieces that they need to get onto the computer system, and I am going to be inputting that data onto the computer system. Basically anything admin related to the education department within that prison, I am going to be responsible for. And that is basically all I can say to you. So I am based in a prison, but I am working for a college, and it's to do with education. And that is literally all I can say, because as you can imagine, working in an establishment like that, you have to be very hot on security and privacy and confidentiality. So that is literally all I can say. But I am super duper excited, a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie, but I am so super excited because I have had a previous admin job and I loved it. I absolutely loved my job. So now I'm getting back into admin again, guys, and I'm actually going to feel like I'm doing something worthwhile and challenging and rewarding for myself. So yeah, there we go. That is the big news that I have been keeping from you since the middle of December. Now, I'm sure you're all pleased for me. I'm sure you're all happy for me, but I'm sure there's a few of you that's like, oh, is that it? I thought it was going to be a bit more exciting. So I'm sorry if you are a little bit disappointed. But for me, it means a longer working week. I'm now going to be doing more hours. Again, I'm not going to be specific, but it's Monday to Friday, and it means I get my weekends off. Now, when I was working at the hotel, it was a 7-day-a-week job, and it could be any of those 7 days on any week. There was never any set shifts, set days. There was nothing. It was, if I need you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to be in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I need you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to be in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you didn't know from one week to the next what days you were doing. This new job means that I am working Monday to Friday, but I have my weekends off, which is a massive bonus to us as a family. It's more hours, therefore more money, and also it has more benefits for later on in life. So if I love this job and I stick at this job and I stay in this job long term, then when it is my turn to retire, I will have a pretty nice pension to see me and Mike in our old age without having to worry about money, because it is civil service. I'm working for the Ministry of Justice, therefore I'm working for the government. So, and we're going to leave that there. So don't ask me any more specifics. Also, don't worry about my safety or anything like that, because all the necessary training will be given to me, all of the necessary precautions will be undertaken, and I am going to be absolutely a-okay, I promise you. So yes, there we go. That is the big announcement. Was it what you were expecting? Let me know. Excuse this, but this is real, guys. I'm sick, but I'm still here doing a video, so this is just real life. If you don't like it, click off. It's fine. I get it. It's gross, but it is what it is. So yes, tomorrow or Monday, because I'm filming on Sunday. When you see this on Wednesday, I will have done like 3 days. Yeah, I'm excited for a new chapter. I just wish I wasn't sick. Do you know what? I have a pattern history of being sick when I start new jobs. Like a few years back for the old admin job that I had, when I started I had tonsillitis. The hotel job I was supposed to start and I had to delay it by a week because I had the C. And now this job, I'm walking into it with an absolute stinking cold and a virus. So clearly history likes repeating itself. And I think it's because I finally allowed my body to stop. But now it has to rear up and get going again. It's like, no, now it's time for us to be sick because you've given yourself time to get sick. I'm like, yeah, cheers then. So yes, so Monday I do have to travel the 2.5 hours for an induction and training day. And then I believe the rest of the week I will be based where I am more locally. So a new chapter, but like I said, because it's longer working days now, my crochet time is going to be eaten up. So there is going to be a lot of batch filming, even more than there was previously. There may even come a point, guys, where all my videos for a week I'm in exactly the same clothes because I filmed all 6 of them on one day. I don't know how I'm going to work it, but I am going to do my absolute best to make sure that I still, you know, release the regularly scheduled content like I have been. I do not want the channel to be impacted, but obviously if something has to give, then it's going to have to be something that isn't quite so pressing as some of the stuff behind the scenes is. So yes, so that is another reason why Mike has taken a bit of a back seat with the channel and his crocheting, because he is obviously going to have to be even more 50-50 with me when it comes to, because we're now going to be getting home around the same time, which means we're going to have to take on, you know, equal responsibility for cooking the evening meal and, you know, the other daily chores that need doing because we're both getting home later. Whereas when I was working at the hotel, I would finish at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and after I'd done the school run, I could do like meal prep and stuff like that. It's not going to be the case anymore. And also with the hotel, because I only really did 4 or 5 shifts a week, I would have at least 2 days off, and sometimes they would fall within the week, and that's why I could get more crochet done, because as long as I had got all the chores and stuff done that I needed to do, I could just sit and crochet on my day off. Yeah, that's not going to happen now that I've only got weekends. So it is going to be a play it by ear and see how we go for at least a couple of months. I need a good transition period to kind of get my head around my new role, my new responsibilities at work, but also how our family routine is going to need to be altered. So yes, big changes, but positive ones. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I had a coughing fit and I didn't think you wanted to listen to that, so I paused the video. So yes, there we go. Big changes, but big positive changes. And like I said, I am nervous, terrified, excited, happy, just all at the same time. I don't really know what my emotions are doing at the moment, but yes, I just need this horrid cold or virus to disappear. Right, guys, I'm going to finish the last round of this hexagon with you, because then that means that is another hexagon completed. Oh my goodness, my eyes keep leaking. I'm so sorry. I am a bit of a mess. I do apologise. So now I do not have to keep the secret any longer. It's a bit of a relief, to tell you the truth. Now, because I am filming this on Sunday, I can let you know the videos that are coming up prior to this. tomorrow you are going to want to head back here, guys, because... Oh, yeah, but you're seeing this on Wednesday. The videos will have already happened. Ignore me. Look, my eyes are leaking onto my t-shirt. I do apologise. Let's do that. So, no, you will have already seen Monday and Tuesday. You're seeing this Wednesday. So tomorrow you need to head back for Tile of the Week Thursday. And once I've finished filming this video, I am going to be filming that video as well. So I'm still going to be sounding rough and croaky and be a bit of a mess. But I'm sure you guys will be completely understanding. So yes, you will have Tile of the Week to look forward to. Week 77, I believe. Which is awesome. Another week closer to finishing that. What else? Friday will be crochet catch up, and then Saturday is a video featuring Mike where he bought something that he wanted to share with you all. So if you want to know what Mike's been up to, you might want to head back on Saturday for that bonus video. And then hopefully by then this cold/virus will have disappeared. We will be feeling fine and we will actually be able to do our live next Saturday. I really do hope so. I hate cancelling our lives, but honestly guys, I literally had no alternative last weekend. I really didn't. I was feeling so rough. And so was Mike, to be fair. And after that whole day of shopping as well, just completely sapped what little energy I already had. So yeah, it didn't happen. But never mind, there will be more lives to come. There are more Saturdays ahead. So right, I'm putting the last couple of stitches in, and I'm going to connect and double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I have the correct number of rounds, so I'm gonna fasten off. And by telling you all my good news and crocheting at the same time, I have managed another hexagon. Woohoo! So thanks for giving me that time, guys. I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming and watching today. Now again, apologies if my news wasn't the exciting, earth-shattering amazingness that you thought it might be, but honestly, for me, Mike, and our family, this is one of the most positive, wonderful things that have happened in a very long time. So it's earth-shattering to us, and because we do share quite a lot of us with you guys, I thought it was only fair that I would fill you in on what is actually going on. So what do you think of the new cakes then? Aren't they gorgeous? And that one there as well. And let me let you into a little secret. Mike doesn't watch the videos on my channel, and Mike doesn't even know that that was even bought still. It has been put up on those shelves, and those shelves have been rearranged, and he hasn't even noticed. And I'm waiting to see how long it takes him to notice that there is new yarn on the shelves, and for him to say how long has that been there. Because I'm telling you guys, my bets are it's going to be even a few more weeks yet. So shh, don't tell him. Just join in the game with me, and I'll let you know if he ever finally notices. But it's gorgeous stuff. It is. I can't wait to use it. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys get going because I have kept you for 40 minutes now. Like I said, I really do appreciate your time. Please, like I said, come back tomorrow for Tile of the Week Thursday. And there are a couple more videos after that this week as well. And fingers crossed, all being well, this cold/virus has disappeared and we will be going live this weekend. And please just cross your fingers and wish me luck that this new adventure of mine is going to be a success and that it goes well. I would really appreciate it. But until I see you tomorrow, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads.